Welcome to the channel. My name is Dalton, and EFT tapping pretty much saved my life. So now I'm trying to pay that forward by teaching people how to be, do, and have pretty much anything they want by using EFT to reprogram their entire energetic system and subconscious mind. And the other week, I came across a video, Upspiral.Life, Michael over there posted a video about these 6 childhood, basically survival patterns that are blocking money and abundance from flowing into your life. And I thought to myself that would be absolutely perfect to write EFT scripts for, because these survival patterns are deeply ingrained into your nervous system and your subconscious mind. Because at one time, that survival pattern did protect you, and it worked so well that your nervous system and brain were like, all right, we're gonna do that every single time. And it worked when you were a kid, but it doesn't work so well as an adult. So we can use EFT tapping to basically have a dialogue with the subconscious mind and say, hey, we're going to be running a different program, and here's the new program. And at the same time we're doing that, you're tapping on the acupressure points, which calms your nervous system and helps shed cortisol from your system. And the combination of those two things is what makes this technology so effective. So the survival pattern that we're going to be working on today is what Michael refers to as the peacemaker. And I'm sure everyone in the room can relate to this in some way, shape, or form. But I think it really is pointed towards children of divorce, which is, it's like, who isn't? Everyone I meet these days is. But this money block, this peacemaker money block, is basically your nervous system learned that the easiest way to keep you safe as a child was to keep the peace at all cost. And whether that's, going from your mom to your dad, or your dad to your mom, being the messenger in between and trying to make sure that everyone has what they need, and, that they're not sad anymore, they're not angry, or maybe they're angry at you. Like, it's very confusing when you're a kid. But essentially what it's translating to now is an inability to charge what you're worth. Like, anytime you don't want confrontation, so anytime someone asks, like, oh, well, how much is this, or how much are you charging for your service, it's like you get this pit in your stomach and you don't know, you just don't feel safe asking what you know it is worth. And there are a myriad of other ways that keeping the peace is keeping money out of your life at the same time. So like I said, go check out Upspiral.Life's page on TikTok or Instagram. All of his stuff is amazing, but today we're going to be tapping on the specific survival pattern, and as always, only tap on things that feel safe to you, that feel correct or true. If that's not the case, just skip it or repeat the previous affirmation. If you've never EFT tapped before, it's very easy. Just tap where I tap and say what I say after I say it, and you can say it either out loud or in your head. Either one works. So we're going to start today, like always, on what we call the karate chop point, the side of the hand. So just repeat after me. Even though I learned to keep the peace by tuning into everyone but myself, I deeply honor, love, and accept myself. Even though I still feel responsible for other people's reactions to my success, I deeply honor, love, and accept myself. Even though I fear my abundance might trigger resentment or conflict, I deeply honor, love, and accept myself. Take a deep breath in. And that round probably didn't feel too great, but don't worry, that's how this stuff works. The first 2 rounds are kind of bringing up the negative things that we're working on as kind of like an exposure therapy, and also as like a command to your subconscious mind of like, here's what we're dealing with, and here's what we're going to be cleaning out for this tapping stuff. So There's one more round of kind of bringing up this like negative belief around being the peacemaker, and then we'll get into calming the body down and installing some much better programming. So here's round 2. We're going to start at the top of the head. Just repeat after me. I learned to scan the room and sense what others needed first. I felt safest when everyone else was calm, even if I wasn't. I kept myself small to avoid jealousy, anger, or tension. Deep down, I fear that thriving will make someone else suffer. If I charge too much, will they think I'm greedy or selfish? If I shine too brightly, will it cost me love, connection, or safety? A part of me still believes that peace means self-sacrifice. I lovingly acknowledge this fear, and I begin to let it go. I'm safe right now, and I don't need to read the room to survive. My worth is not a threat to others. It's safe to take care of my needs. My body can rest. I am not in danger. I can have boundaries and still be loving and peaceful. I can be successful and still be loved. The world doesn't fall apart when I tell the truth or ask for more. I breathe deep into a new sense of peace. I can honor others without abandoning myself. It's okay to be well paid for what I do. It is not selfish to want more or better. It's natural and human. I'm allowed to receive without guilt, shame, or apology. My needs matter as much as anyone else's. Real peace includes my truth, not just my silence. I can handle if someone disapproves and still be okay. There is room for my success and their discomfort to coexist. I am worthy of thriving, shining, and charging what I desire. Others are allowed their feelings and opinions, and I am allowed my wealth. My light does not create shadows, it reveals them to be healed. I trust myself to be powerful and kind. I welcome clients, opportunities, and income that respect my boundaries. My abundance creates ripples of permission for others to rise up to. I no longer betray myself to keep the peace. I bring peace with me by being whole. It's safe to be bold, visible, and loved. I live in alignment with my value and my truth. I confidently ask for and receive abundant compensation. I am respected, supported, and well-resourced. I no longer fear resentment. I trust in my boundaries and my authenticity. My success uplifts me and empowers others. I am free from guilt, free from shame, and free to thrive. I am deeply at peace with myself and with the world. This is who I am now. I welcome this new reality with gratitude, grace, and excitement. Take a deep breath. And we'll do some self-havening for the final affirmation here, so just repeat after me. I no longer sacrifice myself to keep the peace. I am the peace, and I receive with ease. I no longer sacrifice myself to keep the peace. I am the peace, and I receive with ease. I no longer sacrifice myself to keep the peace. I am the peace, and I receive with ease. So I hope you feel a little bit more open, a little bit more spacious, a little bit more abundant. I don't know about you, but I know for me, this survival pattern resonates with me a lot more than I would like to admit. So I've been working on this with myself in the background here. And you know, if you're new to EFT tapping, I hope you enjoyed this. Otherwise, like I said, I hope you feel a little bit better. Thank you for tapping. Check out Michael at Upspiral.Life on TikTok or Instagram, and have a good day.